Interjected, to be fair.
Your next roll is disadvantaged.
What?
No, I'm
I,
joking. Well,
I, I
actually,
did not
okay,
that.
no, that's kind of true because there is something that, following up with the one-on-one, Gibo, I need you to make a perception check, but
Wait,
with
what?
disadvantage.
I think I'm just dead in the bed, to be honest. Must be why you want me to roll, though.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, you probably
I'm
shouldn't, but I wanted to give you a bit of a fair shot at this. You'll need to roll very high.
Okay, so let's do this different. Like, what do we need to roll? Perception, right?
Yeah, roll perception, but with
So
disadvantage.
let's do mega disadvantage. I have
Oh,
to roll twice, and the lowest on the 4 is my roll.
yeah, all right then.
Just
If that's what you want to do, fuck it, let's do that then.
I mean, honestly, that feels the most appropriate there.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! You crit the first time.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking disadvantage, so imagine.
It
Oh!
would have been tough.
What perfect timing. Yo, Pet, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. I hope your stream went well. Oh, I hope the rest of it went well, yeah. I saw Pet was playing, I think it's called Baba Is You. That game looks really fun. It looks really interesting. Right, so yeah. You don't, yeah, no, you don't really wake up from this, but everything that happened, we ended off Vince's one-on-one with it starting to turn morning now, and yeah, so everyone starts waking up. Yeah, Fiddler, you feel you got a nice sleep, but you know it was a bit uncomfy because you were like sleeping in an armchair. Um, and Leah, you had a really nice, comfy night. You got a big double bed to yourself in your own room. That was very comfy. Gibo, as you wake up though, you kind of like you
You're gonna
you kind of like feel the bed's like really warm. It's really uncomfortable. You had like a great night's sleep, but something's weird. And as you wake up, you notice that your hand is dipped in a bowl of water, and you look at the sheets, and you have pissed all over the bed. You've wet yourself.
I guess I know what Vincent did.
Alright, now I'll leave you to your devices as you've officially woken up. Yeah, I was setting up the PNG tuber thing, that's why we're a bit late. Sorry about that, but
want to start.
yeah.
As you guys are waking up, Vincent was just like laying, or was like sitting on the floor, like propped up against one of the walls in the room. He was already awake. You guys are gonna start waking up, and he's going to, greet you guys as you wake up, as he smiles at Gibo.
Morning, Vincent. Jesus Christ, what's that smell?
He's gonna say, Vincent's gonna say, Jesus Christ, you need a shower or a bath or something.
Ibo shrugs and says, "Oh, that's what I get for drinking again."
Do you actually remember last night, Gibo?
We talked about brooms.
Yeah,
That's
fair enough.
the
That's all
only
you
thing.
really need to remember.
And I had some nuggets.
Are you all in your room still while this is happening? Sorry, or have you gone downstairs?
Yeah, Gibo's just proudly standing there with his hands on his hips, crotch out.
How can such a small goblin have that much piss in him?
Leah hears the commotion, I guess, next door and goes over and knocks on their door.
Okay. I'm assuming you left the door unlocked. Oh wait, no, Vincent, you were the last one out. Did you lock the door when you went back in or not?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You hear a knock at the door?
Okay. Vincent will get up and then answer the door, open it, and let her in.
Okay.
Leah will walk in and she say, "What's that smell? What are you guys doing?"
Smell of a goblin.
Fiddler just points at Gibo on the bed.
And Gibbo really isn't fussed about all of it.
Leah screws up her face and says, "Oh my god," and then walks out and goes downstairs.
Alright, you're going down the stairs, back to the tavern.
I leave
might
the
as
room
well.
as well and follow
Okay,
her.
Yeah, Vincent's gonna follow as well and get some breakfast.
We'll
Alright.
see you downstairs when you're clean again, Gibo.
Gibbo follows.
you don't even wash up. Alright,
I mean, is there any washing room nearby or whatever?
yeah, the bathroom. Well, there is a bathroom in the bedroom. It's not very elaborate. It's just like a little
Okay.
just like a little bucket for you could use to wash yourself. Well, like what would be like a sink and a little toilet.
Well, then he washes up a bit first.
Okay. So yeah, you follow down. Well, that'll probably it takes you like a good like 5-10 minutes to like rinse yourself down, give a little clean up, and then I assume you follow down.
Yep.
Okay. So coming down the stairs, the place looks kind of a bit unrecognizable, but that's just because of like, well, the brighter light, I suppose, shining in through, like the cracks in the ceilings and such. It's a bit of a rundown tavern still, but the atmosphere is a bit more lively. People kind of having nice. Well, it might be morning, but people still having drinks, kind of like celebrating a little bit. Some people just having a nice good time. Um, you see that there's a new person behind the bar, kind of a more frail old man. You see three very finely dressed ladies, just kind of not really like anything fancy, but more outlandish, colourful outfits. Sitting in one corner, and then you just kind of see a sort of like young man, like fairly handsome guy, just drinking in the corner of the room on his own.
Leah walks to the bar part, like, and just sits up by like the shopkeeper or bartender.
Yep.
And
Hello there.
Leah would say, "Good morning. Can I get some food?
Yes, of course. What would you like?
What do you have?"
Not much. We have waffles. We have pancakes. We have toast. He's just kind of blankly staring at you while wiping a glass that he's probably wiped for a good 10 minutes.
Uh,
Like Gibbo.
Vincent is going to have sat beside Leah, and he speaks up and says, "Do you have any meat?"
Hmm. The meat's not for sale until evening, I'm afraid. We're quite low supply, you see.
Leah says pancakes will suffice.
Very good. He just kind of like gently, slowly puts down the glass and just like gets a like little bit of parchment from his pocket and just kind of with a little quill just writes pancakes. And for you, sir?
Yeah, Vincent will say, "Pancakes are fine."
Very good. Just look at what Prinroze. It's very true though. When you go to the store, what's on the menu, and they just shrug at you. I don't know. Fucking. Alright. The rest of you at the bar as well. Sorry.
Fiddler walks up to the bar and
Yeah, same
also
with
orders
Gibbo.
some pancakes.
Okay. And for you, Mr. Goblin, sir?
No.
Toast. Oh, very exciting. he just kind of has like a little smirk, and then he rolls up the parchment and gives you a bell. Like, very well, I shall be back momentarily with your order. He kind of turns around, kind of hobbles to the back.
Not sure I want toast anymore.
While while we're waiting for our food, Vincent speaks up and says, I have a lead on where we should go next. I've gotten some information that there is a Vistani woman located in Valaki who might be able to point us in a good direction.
Kibo nods.
Would these guys have any idea what the Vistani people are or what Valakai is?
I have no fucking.
No,
I know
I think
it-
you're the only one that. I'm trying to remember. Gibo's not from Barovia. I still haven't really got Kanami's backstory yet. Kanami, would you say your character's from Barovia or not?
It's like a neighboring county.
Right. Okay. In that case,
I mean, Kibo is aware of Valaki, right?
sorry,
Valaki is a place, right?
Valakai. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Valakai,
but
I should know about that place though.
yeah, but wait, hang on. Did you say Valakai or Vistani? You said Vistani, didn't you, Cable?
Yeah, I said there was a Vistani
Yeah,
woman located in Valakai.
Okay.
Yeah.
You would know. Well, you don't know the town, but you know the name.
Well, yeah, but I should know what it is.
Yeah, I suppose so. I was just thinking more. Would you know Vistani? I thought that was what Cable asked, right? Do you know Vistani?
I asked if they would know either what Vistani people are or if they would know about Valakai, the city.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't hear that last bit. That was probably where it got really confusing. Okay, so Fiddler might know. Fiddler, give me a history check, and yeah, actually, give me one as well for Valakai. Just kind of more
Wait,
how much
I-
you research for it, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, Fiddler, you don't know much about the Vistani. You know that they're just kind of like a traveling group of people. They wear very show-offy clothes. They kind of travel in groups, like kind of making camp, and they work odd jobs now and then to earn a bit of money for their camps. Um, for Gibo, yeah, you do know Valakai. I mean, you know it's around the area. You know it is a. All you really know about it is that it is a large town in Barovia.
Yeah, I mean that's all I need to know.
Yeah. Well, it's just in case, I don't know, just to see what kind of research your character might have done.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. Sorry?
Not much.
Yeah, yeah. Just if you rolled a 1, I've heard that place. Where the fuck? What? Yeah. But at this point, the old man comes back out. It kind of like, well, it's very slowly kind of like gives you your food one by one, just kind of giving a little smile with each fight. It's like, enjoy your meal.
I want to see if there's anything weird about the toast.
Yep. Give me a perception check.
Oh, fucking damn it.
It's a little bit burnt, but it just kind of looks like nice buttered toast, I suppose. Really.
Okay. Well, then there's
Can
no.
I have a look at the barkeep, see if there's anything odd about him?
Yeah. Go for it. Give me a perception check as well. He's very old, quite. He's very old, very frail. He's quite well kept. He's pretty proud of his appearance, despite everything. It just seems a bit odd, though, I suppose. You just think he might be tired because it's quite early.
Where'd the barkeep from last night go?
Doesn't have this ship.
There's no shift anymore. At the end of the one-on-one, he went home. Vincent sent him home.
At this point, Garfield hops out from Leah's jacket and is now perched on her shoulder. And Leah speaks to him, like, "Do you want a piece of pancake?"
It's kind of like nods, kind of like flicks its tongue a bit, and kind of stares at the pancake, intrigued, tilting its head, like cock its head a little bit.
Leah flicks a piece of pancake up in the air towards him so he can eat it.
Yep. So you flip the pancake. It managed to, grab the pancake with its mouth, eat it, and it looks Garfield looks really happy, make little chirping noises, kind of like stamping its little front feet in excitement, just like really liking what it just had.
I'm gonna need some audible example of the chirping noises.
Now, what kind of actual dragon is Garfield? Does he have 4 legs plus wings, or does he have 2 legs plus wings?
Yeah, four legs plus wings.
Okay, gotcha.
Leah eats one pancake, but continues to flick bits occasionally up at Garfield, and continues to listen to her comrades speak.
Okay.
Vincent wouldn't be speaking after he told you guys about where we should go next. He'd just be eating.
Alright, that's fair. Well, in that regard then, so following up from that... Oh, were you saying so, Gibo, sorry?
Gibo is also eating the not suspicious toast.
Yeah, you take your bite into the toast. It looks really... I mean, the edges are like burnt, but it's like rock solid. It's like kind of stale bread, but it's... you still kind of enjoy it. You take a bite, you throw up all over the... It's rock hard, but it's still kind of like, it's still nice. You're able to like stomach it. It's good. It'll last you. But yeah, and so yeah, following up with what you said though, Vincent, one of the one of the finely dressed ladies that was in the corner kind of walks up to you, taps you on the shoulder, and is like, "Oh, hello, dear."
Is she speaking to me?
Yeah.
Vincent will put his food down and look at her and say, "Hello."
Hello. Oh, excuse me for prying. I believe I heard you. I'm terribly sorry, but I believe I heard you mention something about a Vistani lady, correct?
That is correct.
Oh, would you, by chance, you mentioned? Well, is she a magical lady?
I have heard that she does possess some magic abilities.
You must mean Adam Eva. Oh, I did not realize you were acquainted with her. How, may I ask, how you may have heard of her?
I would, Vincent would say, I have just heard tales of her in passing.
I will need you to give me a
Deception.
Yeah, deception.
And I am proficient in this, yay.
Very good.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Good proficiency bonus there. Don't worry, she rolled fucking terribly. Oh, excellent. Oh, well, that's very interesting. Not many know of her name, but, well, I suppose word does spread around of her talents. Now, well, it just so happens actually she's actually camped out just outside this town. Which did I hope you were aware of this, correct?
I was not aware of this. I had heard that she was located in Valakai, or is it Vlaki? What
Uh,
is it?
I don't actually know the proper pronunciation. I say Valakai, but it's whatever. I mean,
Okay.
it's like the
I would say
potato
Valakai
potato.
then.
Yeah, fair. Oh. Well, actually, yeah, she was. We have another Vistani camp over at Valakai. However, well, I mean, we all travel as groups, and she has business here. As you might not, you might not know, we are also Vistani, but we run this fine establishment.
Oh, that is nice. And he would ask, so where was she located in town then, or right
Oh,
out of town?
she's not in town. There is a camp just outside of town. Do you have a map? I can actually pinpoint a bit more. I can pinpoint her location a bit better for you if you wish.
Would I have a map?
Um,
Probably, right?
Like, I don't have one in my inventory, but I think it would make sense for Vincent to have
yeah,
one.
I think Vincent would have a map, but I don't think the rest of you would.
Okay. Is it okay if I
We
just
are.
add a map to my inventory then?
Yeah, go for it.
Wait, Bryn.
Yeah?
Didn't I have a map in an explorer's pack? That
Oh yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, I think you're right on that. So yeah, you would have a map too.
good.
Yeah, I will hand over my map then.
Okay. Excellent. I will mark the map for you. Just 1 second. She kind of gets out a quill. Hang on. Did I move the screen for everyone else or not? Nope.
No.
No.
Okay, 1 second. There you go. Excellent. I think you'll find that the camp is actually sort of around this location. If you
We're
just
there, right?
yeah, you're there. Yeah. So if you just head out westwards, follow the path, you'll notice following along the river as well. Somewhere along there, you'll find the camp she's currently residing in.
So on the big map, can somebody ping where it is? I don't see it.
I think it was here or there. Oh,
Oh.
yeah, that makes sense.
So that's where we're to?
This is the camp.
Okay, that's the camp,
woman is
okay.
talking about. This is where we are, and this is where we would have to go if we follow that trail.
Yes, I'm terribly sorry to interrupt your meal. I just thought it was information worth sharing because if people are aware of her presence, she's not easy to find, but well, I didn't want you to get lost and confused on the way. I heard you mention Madam Eva and Valakai, but I didn't want you to waste your trip, I suppose.
Vincent will thank them for giving us the information.
That's quite all right. All right. Well, I hope you have a lovely meal. It was pleasant meeting you all, and safe travels, I suppose. Oh, actually, would you? Well, I suppose you were you planning traveling by cart or on foot? Well, I suppose if you were to travel by cart, it would be quicker, but the cart does not, of course, stop through Vistani camps. But I just thought it might be I just thought it might be worth mentioning. The situation. the caravan does not arrive until, well, for another 2 or 3 hours.
Vincent would ask, how long would it take to get there on foot?
Oh, on foot, you're probably looking at a maybe 2 to 3 hour journey on foot. Through with the carriage, it would take, I suppose, maybe half of that. Well, 30 minutes maybe at shortest, depending on routing and such. But you would have to stop off at a specific point and walk the rest of the way.
Vincent would nod his head and thank them for that information as well.
You're very welcome. Well, it is up to you how you wish to get there, but again, enjoy your meal and safe travels. And she just kind of gives a little bow, and walks back to the table with her friends, who are dressed very similarly. And well, she mentioned we own the establishment. You could tell that, they're part of the same group. You could imagine those three are the owners. There's three of them, and that they all have shared ownership of this tavern.
Okay. Vincent would turn to his party and ask, would we want to walk, or do you want to get a cart?
How much would a cart cost?
Yeah, would we know that, Pren?
Probably not, because you left Barovia like around the beginning of like when everything was like in an out of game sense going to shit. So you don't know. I mean, a lot of this is like very different to you. You know the history and everything. Carts cost quite a bit of money back then. They were probably about maybe around 1 silver for a ticket. But I mean, with everything going on, you don't know if the price is still that.
I would say then, well, it used to be about 1 silver, but I'm not sure if prices have increased since then.
Sorry, what was the walking distance again?
Walking distance. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say that the woman had said between 2 to 3 hours of a walk.
I mean,
we also have to wait like 2 hours for the cart to arrive here, right?
Yeah, Vincent says perhaps we should just not waste our time and just walk.
It feels like a waste of time and money. Honestly.
Leah agrees.
Yeah, let's just walk. In the end, it only says like 30 minutes.
Alright. Let me swap cameras back so you can kind of do your things again. Okay. So is that it? So is that everything then? You're done now. You're going to go walk to the camp. Or anything else you wanted to do? Sorry.
Would there be any shops in town that we know of?
Let me just double check. I think yeah, you would, Vincent, just because you. Well, you know of a shop. Let me just double check on notes. I think I know where it is. But yeah, you know that there is a shop in this village. Oh, it is that one. Yeah, you know there's a shop and it's literally just across the road from you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would want to go there before we go on the road, but after that I would be okay with going on the road. So I'll tell the party that I would like to stop by the general store, but after that we could go.
Ebo agrees.
I turn to the party and I point at the guy sitting in the corner, the like finely dressed guy, and I ask them like, don't you guys find it a little weird that such a like decent looking gentleman is over sitting in the corner on his own in such a decrepit place?
Uh, Vincent, Vincent says, well, yeah, that is a little weird, but Barovia is a weird place, so really it's not that out of character.
Can we observe him and see if there's anything like suspicious about him, or
Yeah, give me a perception check. Everyone that wants to like kind of eye this guy up can give you that roll.
Yeah, Kibo's wins the dive, and
Okay.
then this happens. Kibo's not really. Kibo's still feeling the drinks.
Yeah, you're a bit hungover, Gibo. You try and look, but you're not really all that bothered. You just look like someone that's kind of sitting in the corner and enjoying his drink.
I'll take
Leah,
disadvantage on that one.
sorry.
I'll take disadvantage on that roll.
Nice. Yeah, Leah and Fiddler, you look at the guy just in the corner. You can tell he's definitely bothered about something. He looks really disgruntled, like disturbed, kind of upset about something. And he's like, the only thing that he's kind of, you can tell the only thing that he's kind of enjoying at this moment in time is his drink.
I turn to the group and I ask them if they mind if I go check up on him real quick. Out of
Vincent
curiosity.
will speak up and say, if that's what you want to do, go for it.
Leah remains suspicious but watches him cautiously as he approaches the guy.
Filler approaches the guy and just like asks him like, what's a like finely dressed gentleman like you like
Popping
doing
G.
here in the corner?
Okay.
Is something the matter?
Oh, hello. Oh, terribly sorry about my demeanor. I guess I really do wear my expressions on my sleeve, but don't worry about it. It's quite a long story, I suppose. He just kind of like looks down at the table, like, really hesitantly, shyly, and just kind of goes back to sipping his drink.
I ask him if it's alright if I sit down with him for a moment.
Oh, yeah, yes, of course. Please, pull up a seat. Yes. He just gestures to a seat like in front of, like, on the other end of the table. Would you like a drink?
Sure, why not?
Oh, excellent. Excuse me. It just kind of like lifts his hand up, like snapping his fingers. It's like, oh, can we get another drink here, please? And the old man behind the bar's like, just very slowly nods. Puts down the same glass that he's been wiping this whole time, by the way. Goes to get another one, and just grabs a drink from behind the counter, and very slowly hobbles over to you, and hands you the drink, sliding it across the table. Enjoy.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're very welcome. And very slowly hobbles back.
I turn to the guy at the table and just very quietly say, like, what a strange man.
He's been working around here for a very long time. The locals do all admire the work he does. He is, I suppose he's not well. Age does get the better of us. But he means no harm. I could assure you.
Yeah, that's fair. So what is bringing someone like you here?
Not much. Well, I suppose if you must know, of having I'm having some problems with my adopted sister, actually. Um, it's well, it all stems back to the long story, really. But I don't know if I want to bore you with such details.
Well, is there any like way you can give like maybe a shortened version? See, my friends up down by the bar and we kind of have to head out soonish. But I'm
He's kind of
very
like
intrigued by what's bothering you.
he looks kind of happy that he wants to share, but he looks really, really kind of like his complexion goes a little bit pale. Looks really kind of sweltered all of a sudden, looking around like you promised not to share this information. Well, I suppose it's not exactly a secret anymore, but the less people that know, the better.
Well, I can assure you that the information will not be shared with any like random people I come across, but perhaps there is a chance that my friends and I can help you out if the need arises.
Oh, oh, very well then. He just kind of leans it a bit closer. It's like, well, unfortunately, it seems that the the Prince Strahd is taken a very big liking to my sister, and it does not. He does not exactly leave her alone. He visits her nightly, I suppose. Very, very commonly, at least twice, 3 times a week. It's very concerning. She's already been bitten by him twice. He will not relent. He just kind of looks a lot more shaky and just.
Does Vincent have like any like noticeable anything really from getting bitten by Strahd?
Oh, actually, yeah, I did forget to mention that. Sorry, thank you for reminding me. Okay, so
Obvious bite
Vincent,
marks, right?
with regarding what happened
Mhm.
last session, your neck does feel a lot better. Like the chunk that was missing is now kind of fixed up. You think that, with everything that happened, yeah, we had to kind of I forgot this part as well last session, so we had to kind of squeeze this in when we were ending. But yeah, she just kind of like helped you out a bit. Your physical body is now much better. You do still feel it kind of, I suppose, pulsating a bit, and to the rest of you, you see like kind of a few black veins and like like kind of like, well, just a few black veins really, and maybe a couple puncture wounds.
Okay, so we are aware of like the situation with his neck.
Kind of, yeah. You don't know the extent of it, but it is
Well, no,
visible.
but we can like visually see it.
Yeah, it's really like it's really minuscule. It's like a dot kind of, but yeah.
Could Vincent be doing could he do a perception check to see if he can hear them talk about this?
Yeah, go for it. If
I
any
mean,
of
I
you are
haven't
trying to
told
listen in
him
on this.
anything.
Huh?
No, I mean, yeah, fair.
Oh yeah. If any of them are trying to listen in on this, yeah, perception checks. Also, yo, Breadloaf, good to see you.
Do goblins have good hearing or not? Let me check if I have anything regarding. It doesn't seem like I only
don't
have
think
good
so,
eyes,
no.
not
I don't know if there is actually a race that does affect hearing. It's just kind of perception.
Probably is one, to be fair.
There might be, but I don't know it, to be honest. Well, I mean,
Anyway,
yeah, Leah and Kibo, you are listening in. You you don't know the full extent of what's being said, but you definitely heard like the main gist of the conversation. Gibo,
Explains why she threw up.
yeah, yeah, Gibo, you hear everything like word for word. Vincent, you're just digging into your pancakes trying to listen, but you don't really hear anything. You did hear
All he
Strahd's
hears
name,
is
but that was
just
it.
from trying to cut into his pancakes.
Yeah, you're more focused on eating, but you do hear Strahd's name.
How much did the toast cost, by the way?
Oh, the toast was like 1 copper. The pancakes are 3 copper.
Gibo slides a copper across for the toast.
Okay. Yeah, the old man just thanks you, gives you a little bow, and he picks up the same glass he's been wiping this whole morning as he continues wiping it.
I'm going to ask Gibo and
thank you so much for
Peachy's
the bits,
character,
Breadloaf.
yeah, Gibo and Leah. Did I hear a mention of Strahd over there?
Oh, you're getting a bit paranoid, aren't you?
Leah says, I do believe so.
But then Gibo nods.
That's a really
Yeah,
good
yeah.
description of it, though, Pet. Yeah, D&D can be
Vincent
confusing.
will stop eating. He'll lay 3 copper down on the table for his meal, and then he's gonna walk over to Fiddler and the man.
Leah exchanges a look with Gibo.
Gibo responds with the same look. And then he pinches his nose like, God damn it.
And
the old man
while they
takes the
are
money.
like talking at the bar and like Vincent is walking over, I tell the man like, yeah, we had a run-in with Strahd last night.
Oh,
and
you did?
I can very much agree with the fact that your sister, was it?
Adopted sister, yes.
yeah,
Vincent, you
that
said you were
is,
walking over, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, you would have reached the table at this point, and he would just quickly cut you off. Fiddler would just be like, hello, sir. Terribly sorry. We're in the middle of an important discussion.
I would say, oh, that's quite all right. I am a companion of this fellow. And I'm going.
Is that right, sir? It just looks back at you,
Yes,
Fiddler.
he is one of my friends that I was pointing at, that was sitting at the bar.
Well,
but
I suppose that's all right then. If you wish to join us, points at another stool.
Vincent will sit down and say, I came over because I thought I had heard a mention of Strahd.
yes, I was just telling this fine gentleman here. Sorry, what is your name?
Yes, my name is how to get my fucking names suck. My name is Ismark.
Done anagram.
Yes, so I was just about to tell this fine gentleman here, Ismark, that like we ran into Strahd last night, and you have, well, basically first-hand experience with his teeth, so to speak.
Vincent nods and will like quickly show like his neck and say, I fully know what it's like, what Strahd is like, yes.
And
that's
apparently
quite
his
nasty, sir. Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
his adopted sister is well, Strahd kind of fancies her, and from what I understood, she's been bit multiple times by him.
Yes,
And
that's
considering
correct.
the state you're in, or the way things look over there, Vincent, I'd say that's kind of concerning.
Vincent shows like a little bit of anger when mentioning the the sister has been visited by Strahd, and says that I am looking for a way to stop him permanently, and I would like to help rid your sister of this burden if I can.
Oh, that would be lovely. I suppose yes. She kind of like looks more ecstatic, putting his drink down. Like, oh, she could definitely use some help this very second. Is that all right with the rest of you? That if, in fact, you might have. Well, as you mentioned, you ran in with him last night. You actually just got done with a. I hate to say, but another visit with her last night. A nice, a nice man. Actually tried to defend her. An elvish man, really. It's, yes, well, tried his best, but of course, you know, as you are all aware, he's quite a dangerous being.
Yes, did you see the wolf in the street on the way in, by any
Oh,
chance?
yes. Well, of course, the wolf. Everyone is aware of the wolf. Not quite sure, really,
Yes,
why.
so that was also his doing.
Oh, well, yes. Don't worry. We are aware. The, Strahd likes to bring in some. I don't want to say protection. He doesn't exactly need it. However, he does bring in animals, zombies, skeletons, ghouls, ghasts, all sorts of hideous monstrosities, just out for walks as he patrols the lands. He's very efficient. And unfortunately, well, he is very demanding. He will eventually get what he wants. He always does. No one has the power to stop him, unfortunately. This is why I fear for my sister. Eventually she will succumb to his advances, and it just kind of like looks a lot more like distraught, I suppose, putting his hand on the table, like
So
hands head on the table.
what I'm gathering then is that your sister isn't
Yo, Finny, good to
the
see you.
feeling or the admiration isn't exactly mutual then.
Oh no, no. It's not. He keeps mentioning something about. I can't quite remember the name, but it's definitely not my sister's name. He uh he refers to her as. I believe he mistakes her for someone else, which is all the more concerning, really.
So I Filler turns to Vincent, and I think we both can agree that this is something we probably should try to interfere in.
Yeah. Um, Vincent will agree and say, yes, if we can help, we should.
Oh, excellent. Yes. You well, you will most certainly be of help. If you would like to meet with her now, that'd be very appreciated.
Vincent will uh say to Filler, is that okay with you?
I mean, I think the ones we should be asking are Leah and Giba over there.
Vincent is going to look over at Gibo and Leah and like try to wave them over to us.
Leah puts down 3 copper on the table for the pancakes and wipes her mouth with a napkin before she gets up and walks over with Garfield still on her shoulder.
Hello there, madam. Just more friends, I suppose.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Um,
excellent. I believe you're.
Did Gibo notice?
Sorry.
Did Gibo notice?
She's too busy with this
Yeah, no,
bread toast.
you're munching away at your toast. I mean, yeah, you see the corner of your eye, kind of. You do notice at the corner of your eye. Leah gets up and goes to the table as well.
Okay, yeah, so Gibo looks up to see what's going on, and then he follows.
Okay.
And
what-
I tell the
Oh,
man,
oh,
like,
a
yeah, she's with us
goblin.
along with the little man that's coming up.
Oh, oh, just more friends. Oh, hello there. I believe your friends are just discussing that they would help my sister. Are you well, your friends? I assume they are willing to assist too. It will be a very very dangerous task, I will admit. I mean, you know the foe. You will.
I turn to Leah and Gibo and I explain them that his adopted sister is sort of being stalked by Strahd, and that he has like bit her multiple times, and it's kind of concerning considering the damage Strahd has done to Vincent.
Leah
Gibo-
shudders at the thought of Strahd and the encounter that they had last night, and says, "Seems like we have to."
Gibo narrows his eyes and looks at the what is he actually? Just a well-dressed man, or?
Oh yeah, actually, I was I was trying to interject with this a bit, but kind of got a bit carried away. Vincent, can you roll me a history check when he like gave his name? Well, just roll me a history check. We'll just go from there now.
What was his name again?
Ismark. Yeah, that's enough. It's not you were from this village. It's not hard to know. This is actually Ismark Koyanovich, the son to the Burgermeister, who is essentially like the mayor of this village. Well, he did run the village, but the Burgermeister, well, he's not really. No one knows what happened to him. He just kind of vanished.
So this is pretty common knowledge then for residents of the city.
Yeah, a lot of people do know who this is, but you know, he keeps a bit to down low. People kind of respect that, and they don't treat him special because he's not really, well, he's just kind of temporarily in charge, but he's doesn't really know what he's doing still.
Okay, but he's well dressed, right?
Yeah, he is. He's well
that was
dressed.
kind of- Okay, so since did we introduce him to Leah and Gibo?
Kind of. He
I
just
would
kinda,
assume so with the story Fiddler told, right?
Fiddler said that yes, well, there was a couple companions at the bar. You two were like the only other people at the bar, so he just kind of assumed.
Yeah, but do I know his name
I
at this
don't
point?
think.
Oh no. Unless
no.
no, Fiddler never mentioned his name to you two. You two
Alright,
just kind of
then
stopped him.
Gibo narrows his eyes at the well-dressed man and asks, "Is there a reward for this? Because this is pretty dangerous business. Let's be real."
Oh yes. Well, it's not exactly the safest of missions, I will admit. I don't have much I can offer you, but I will assure you I will do my best in rewarding you as best as I can. He just kind of like, it just kind of looks a bit like nervous, like not really sure what like you're not really sure
Still
how he
stares
can
at
properly
him
reward you.
with his narrowed eyes.
Oh, is there a problem, sir? Are you I understand if you're second guessing this job. I will admit with the foe, there is a high possibility that one of you will admittedly perish.
Like Vincent, you were like looking for people, right?
Yes.
So I turn to the man and I ask him, like, based on like his appearance, he must be like quite familiar with the town and the area.
Oh, yes, I am very well aware of the, well, my father, yeah, he essentially runs the place, well, did, before he vanished. But yes, I am quite well aware of the locations of this fine village.
I turn to Vincent and I say, perhaps this man might have some helpful information.
Information, you say? About what, may I ask?
Vincent probably wouldn't just like go telling random people about this, but I mean he has shared information with us about his sister. So I would say that I was in search of this Vistani woman who is said to have some magic powers. And I had recently found she was holed up in a camp right outside of the village, and ask if he knows anything about that.
A Vistani lady, you say? Well, I am aware there is a recent camp that has been set up not long ago, actually, maybe a couple days ago now, just outside the town. I do not know of any. I do not know of any magical Vistani. I'm afraid they're not. They get around, but they're also somewhat secretive. Um, but they do honest work. They have a wrongfully given reputation, but there are some unsavory types out there.
Um, Vincent nods his head and says, "Well, we did have some plans that we were going to uh, go on with. If you would like, we could go talk to your sister uh, really quick, and then we could get to what we were doing originally."
Oh, perfect. Well, which way may I ask that you would have been headed out? Because I did actually have a proposition regarding this after you met with her.
Okay.
Uh,
Vincent, would you speak up, Konami?
no, it's fine.
Okay. Vincent says, "Well, I had some errands to run in town here. I needed to stop by the local store, and then I was going to head towards the uh Vistani camp outside of town."
Do you have the location where that camp might be?
Actually, yes.
Oh.
I'll point over towards the well-dressed women at the other table who had approached us earlier and say that those well-dressed women over there have given us the location.
Ah, yes. Yes. Well, a lot of us are quite well aware of them. They are the owners of this fine establishment. Well, if they told you the location, then surely you must have done something to, well, maybe earn their respect, or I'm not quite sure. They usually keep themselves to themselves. Very interesting.
Yeah, I did find it quite suspicious that they just gave us all that information for free, to be honest.
Vincent says it is possible that this is a trap, but
Oh no,
this is
no, they
what we
are.
have.
These lovely ladies are. They've run this place for years. They're very trustworthy. I guarantee you that. They do. They are. They do keep themselves to themselves, but I assure you, they are very lovely people. If they weren't, we wouldn't let them continue running their establishment.
Vincent nods his head and will say, "Well, that makes me feel a little better then. Shall we head off to see your sister then?" Or no, never mind. He's going to ask, what was it that you were going to propose?
Oh well, we'd need to run it by her, but obviously, of course, with Strahd constantly harassing her, I fear for her safety. I would not be tagging along, but I propose that if you could please escort her to the town of Valakai. It's very well. It's not exactly impenetrable. Strahd can go where he pleases, but she would be much safer there. The town is much more fortified and well, larger in scale. It would be much easier and safer for her to hide there.
Vincent will look at the rest of you and say, I think that is something that we could do."
Yeah, what harm is there in bringing someone along when we're probably heading in that direction anyway, right?
Leah nods.
Oh,
Ebo
excellent.
grunts.
Oh, your goblin friend doesn't seem too enthralled with the idea. I will admit it is.
Ebo throws a stink eye at the guy.
Oh, sir, I apologize if I've offended you. If this, I understand it's a very dangerous job. If you do not wish to accept, I perfectly understand. But I beg of you, we need some help.
Ebo scoffs and walks outside. He
Oh,
just
don't
waits
mind him,
outside of the door.
Ishmark. He's just a little bit grumpy from the amount of alcohol he had last night.
I feel like I'm the only one that's realistically seeing the danger in all of this, but sure.
Well, if you accept the task, I suppose we should go and speak with her now. The sooner the better. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
We don't. It will take.
Um,
It will take a very long time to get to Valakai. It's quite a trek away. It will take about 8, maybe 10 hours at most on by cart.
Vincent will speak up and say, well, as long as my comrades are okay with it.
I do have one important question though. Is she capable of fending for herself in case necessary?
She, well, after Strahd has started playing his tricks, just say, she has started learning some martial prowess, but she is still very novice. I will admit she might not be the best in a a martial situation.
No, I mean, as long as she can throw a punch, that should be fine.
Well, I can tell you,
Wh-
well, she might not be skilled, but she does She does she does throw a very, very mean punch. She has got some strength behind those fists of hers.
Would you say stronger than a broom?
Uh,
Oh my god.
Leah snickers.
uh, well, yes, I can't imagine anyone losing to a broom. It's absurd.
You'd be
Vincent
surprised,
gets
Leah mutters.
Vincent stands up and walks out of the tavern.
Oh, is everything all right with him, or what?
I think we're all in agreement, Ishmar.
Leah is like almost like rolling around on the floor laughing at this
What?
point.
I'm very confused. Well, I, I'm glad that the situation is enlightening to you folk. But yes, I hope your friend is all right though. It was very strange of him
Yes,
to leave.
sadly we do not have the all the time in the day to explain the situation, but I'm.
Of
Are
course.
there patrons that were there as well last night?
So I'm
Oh.
assuming Gibo sees Vincent storming out of the tavern.
Oh yeah, I mean he didn't he didn't exactly like subtly leave or sneak out. You could tell he just stormed out after that.
So when Gibo sees Vincent, he's like, "Hey, what's got you so upset?"
Yes, it's very strange. I don't
Well,
know
I'm
what.
not there anymore, right? I'm outside as well.
Oh,
so
are
I'm
you?
asking
Oh, sorry.
Vincent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked outside because didn't want to bother with that dude anymore.
Oh, fair.
So
Okay.
I'm asking Vincent what's up with him.
Vincent is just going to say, um, never mind. We are heading out.
And Gibo nods.
Okay. And then back inside, Ismart's like, well, I suppose if the rest of your friends have headed out, maybe we should go meet with my sister now. Daylight. Well, what what form of daylight there is burning, you know, as the saying goes.
Leah nods and proceeds to make her way outside.
I also leave the tavern and leave 3 copper on the bar for the pancakes because I didn't pay them yet.
Yeah, the old man wiping the same glass, just kind of bows and takes the coins, puts them in his pocket, and just kind of moves on.
So when Leah and Philo walk out, Gibo asks them as well, what got Vincent so worked up?
Brooms.
And then Gibo snickers a little.
My word, I wasn't aware someone could hate a broom so much in their life, but well, I suppose there are plenty of colourful characters in this area. Anyway, we shan't tarry any longer. We must make haste. He just kind of gestures you to follow down this way. All right. So as you all get like here, you see a very hang on, let me get the notes up. It's probably a description properly, or a proper description of the place. Yep. Yeah. So as you head down the road, you see a weary-looking mansion. It's squatting behind some rusty iron gates at the front. The iron gates look really twisted and torn up. The right gate is completely wide open, though, while the left one's just kind of swinging on its hinges, just in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds are just covering the ground outside the front, just kind of enveloping just the entire yard. And against the walls, you see that there have been like flowers and like such just completely trampled along. There are like paw prints, like footprints all over the front garden as well. Vines sort of wrapping around the walls as well, and you see giant claw marks as well, just scratched along the front walls too.
Well, I was going to ask like what monster had been here, but I think we already have the answer to that.
I apologize if you can hear the neighbor's dog. It's going crazy right now. Yeah, you yep. So yeah, you can. Oh, for those that want to, discern a bit more, give me a perception check if you feel like you want to see what kind of footprints and stuff they are. All right. Yeah, Leah, you could tell that. Oh, hang on. Yep. Leah, Vincent, you look at the footprints, and Fiddler as well. Maybe I should just wait. Alright, cool. I was expecting that, I'll be honest. Yep, there it is. Alright, yeah, all of you have passed this. You notice that, yep, there's a set of footprints that, kind of very nice, kind of look like pretty nice footwear for some. You see big paw prints, kind of around the sides as well, like around where the claw marks are, all around the weeds. You also notice a few more footprints though, not really matching who you would assume would be Strahd and the wolf from last night, but you do notice like, there's some drag marks as well. What look like kind of very sort of like very humanoid, but not very not very nice feet. You could tell like there have been some undead kind of along here as well recently, like quite a lot.
Yeah, I dare say these footprints are rather concerning.
Yes, it's very common. This Strahd is aware of everything that happens around here, and of course, well, my lovely sister Irene doesn't exactly want to leave the building for obvious reasons, but he has managed to find his way in twice now. It's only a matter of time before he finally gives in, and well, I don't want to think really what could happen.
Vincent, will say the sooner we get your sister out of here, the better then.
Did you say that the other prints look like the undead?
Yeah. They have
Didn't-
like some kind of like bony imprints in them, some
Did
sort
I not? I don't know if it counts, but like I picked favorite enemy, and that was supposed to be the undead. Is there anything I can do in regards to that?
Not really. That would be for if
Okay.
you were like in combat.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
you'd be able to discern those prints a lot easier, but you passed the check anyway.
Okay.
Actually, no. You know what? Actually, since your favorite enemy is undead, let me see what you got with advantage. Then. No, you rolled the same number. It's alright. Yeah. Yeah. You know that they are undead footprints as well. Just like some bony prints, some like kind of some strange looking ones like drag marks and such. It looks
Okay.
very horrible around here. But yes, you can imagine that she does not exactly want to leave the building. To that he just kind of knocks on the door. You just hear on the other side someone screaming, "Who is it? Who's there?" It's just it's your lovely brother Ismark. I bring friends with me. It's like, Ismark, it's 1 second. And you just hear a lot of like really loud like really loud, heavy objects kind of being pushed and like pulled away from the door. A lot of like things dragging along the ground, and like a giant iron, what sounds like a big iron bar or something, fall to the floor. And she opens the door. You can see a quite an attractive young lady, sort of, well, brownish hair. Hang on, I think there's a token for her. Let me see if I can get that up. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. There is indeed. Boop. There you go. Yeah. You can see her face there. Just kind of peek through the doors, like, it's Mark. It's so lovely to see you. Who are these fine folk here? Yeah.
Vincent will speak up and say, "Hello there. My name is Vincent," and pointing at his friends, he'll point them out and say that this is Leah, Gibo, and Fiddler.
Yes, these are friends that we've met at the tavern. They've assured that they will be able to help with the situation that we've found ourselves in. And like, I have to admit that's quite relieving, but well, actions speak louder than words. I'm sure you're aware of the monster that you will be going against here. Am I correct?
Vincent really quickly shows his neck and says, "I am fully aware."
Oh, you too? She kind of peeks her head. Well, she kind of comes out of the door a bit more and just like looks at her neck. Well, kind of points at her neck as well. It's not like black, like veiny as yours is, but you can see like sort of two sets of like puncture wounds. Like they're very like light bite marks.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, but well, yours looks a bit more grave. I think. Well, mine doesn't quite have those. Yeah. Anyway, terribly sorry. I'm a bit shaken up. We have someone else in here. He is. He's quite injured, to be honest. It's like, oh, Ismark looks kind of surprised, like, oh, injured? Is he okay? It's like, I'm not sure, to be honest. We just have to see. Very, very lovely gentleman. Please come in. I must turn back to him. She opens the door wide open. And yeah, kind of rushes inside, and Ismark rushes in after. Boop 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 ba-doop ba-doop, and I'm not on the right layer. Yep, there you go. So yeah. Feel free to move yourselves in.
Okay.
Alright. Okay. Boop ba-doop ba-doop boop boop ba-doop. Need to get the mention stuff back up. Okay. Yep, okay. So yeah, as you enter the mansion, you can see that the interior is like really well furnished. There's a lot of like, you can tell the place has had a bit of a struggle. The furniture's kind of all scratched up a bit. Like the tables are thrown around the floor. Quite a lot of things. The windows, as you noticed a bit, were from outside boarded up, but for the inside, you could see lots and lots of, you can see holy symbols scattered around, like at least maybe 2 or 3 along every wall, like the longer ones maybe even more. And yeah, you can see you can see just a nice like wooden coffin as well, surrounded by flowers. Just kind of stinks a bit in the corner. And also, actually, sorry, there was something else. I don't know why that was. Leah, you do notice something as well. You do notice someone in particular. He's covered his neck and his armor covered in blood. He's kind of on the floor. He doesn't look very well off, but yeah, he's alive. He's doing as well as he can be. You notice your father.
Plot. Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well.
Okay.
Okay. Lee is going to stand there shocked for a moment.
He is there, but he's not conscious at the moment. He's breathing. He's just kind of like resting at the moment.
Leah's going to dash to his side, I guess, and lean down in examining his wounds.
Yep. Okay. So you examine the wound. He's pretty beaten up. He's got like claw marks all kind of around him. He's got a lot of blood coming out from his neck as well. He's in rough shape.
Is there so in my items I have what is it? Potion or something? Healing potion. Is there any way I can give that to him?
You can. Yes.
Don't you have magic as well to heal?
I do, but I want to hold on to it a little bit longer.
That's a fair shout. Yeah. So yeah, it's just Irina just kind of looks over. She's like, "Oh, do you know this man?"
Yes, he's my father. Actually, I've been searching for him.
Oh, your father. Oh, I'm terribly sorry you had to be under such horrible circumstances. He defended me last night actually from that monster Strahd. His ghouls and other creatures that he brought along. He did an excellent job. He was a very, very brave man. I fear I might not be around if it wasn't for him, but well, as you can see, he paid the price for it. Strahd is not one to be taken lightly, and but yeah, you know as well. Just you know your dad's strength. You know he is exceptionally strong. Like he can he could take on like he could like pretty much take on like an owlbear essentially, kind of like on his own. Not necessarily like win it, but very much like hold his own against it. You know your dad is really strong. So seeing him in this state, you are it kind of dawns on you a bit more just what you're in for.
Leah stands there taking in this information. Like you said, she's not really that surprised that her father would risk his life because that's just what he does for the innocent. And she then gives him the potion.
Okay, yeah, so you kind of like gently raise his head up and he like swigs the potion, and it was, I think it was it D4 or D6? I think it was a D6.
And 2d4 dice.
Okay. Yep. Well, that is very effective. The claw marks just kind of like the skin kind of like reforms a bit where all the wounds were. The armor is still like cut up, like dug in. But he's still unconscious, but he's breathing more stably. However, but from this you can see that the where where the bite mark was, it looks like Vincent's, but it's much worse. It is sort of kind of the black veins are kind of like on his like cheek. They're going around like sort of like going up to his like face and like down to like his shoulder. These are very standoutish and quite large.
Leah looks at the veins, worrisome, but then looks back at Vincent and to the adoptive sister because they've all been bitten, and she realizes how much worse it is than that, and she says, "I really don't like the looks of these veins and how he looks in this bite mark."
Uh, Unfortunately, this is a curse that Strahd can inflict upon people. If it just kind of like looks over to you, Vince, is like, if it's small and minuscule like your friend over there, I have, unfortunately, with his many visits and many attempts that the people have offered to protect me, I've seen this many times. If it's as small as your friend's there, there's nothing to worry about. Although, do be aware, if it happens again, you may not be so lucky, sir. But something
I
like
was gonna make a comment on that small like your friend.
Yeah, but something like this, I'm afraid, it's very dire. It is unfortunately quite. He is unfortunately very much corrupted with this curse, and he can still be saved, but it's very difficult, and we don't. Well, who knows how long it could take. Unfortunately, your father here may eventually succumb to the curse if not treated.
Well, what can we do? Leah says.
I am, uh, unfortunately, I'm not fully aware of the situation. How you might be able to uh, rescue him, but there are some in the town of Valakai who know this curse better than I. You may be able to find your information there.
Leah looks at her group of friends, with the look of, "We really have to go there now."
Yeah, Vincent will speak up and say, your brother here had asked us if we could take you to Valakai, so seems like we are going there for sure now.
Yes, I am aware of my brother's plans. He has discussed it with me many times. We've just no one has had the courage, and rightfully so, I must include, that you know, to escort me there. He will, as Strahd is, well, as he may have mentioned, Strahd can see almost everything that happens in Barovia as it's happening. He will most likely be assured, will most likely be aware, rather, that I am on the move. And he might not take kindly to this. But if you are willing to escort me, I will hold no objections.
Vincent nods his head and says, before we go to Valaki, there was a Vistani camp that we need to stop at, but after that we could go further towards Valaki.
Oh yes, if it is on the way, I hold no. Well, if you have to do what you must, obviously no ill will there. You please do what you must. I will obviously be by your side as it happens. But yes, I will follow you all the way up to Valakai as best as I can. I am happy to move along with you. His like you can see like the his mark in the corner, just like looking really like forlorn, like kind of tears going down his eye, like really sad. But he's super like he's really relieved that someone has finally taken on this mission he's been asking so many people to do.
How long would you say this has taken us to go through this?
I'd say it's probably been about an hour and a half, really.
I'll turn to the rest of the group and say, well, I imagine that it has been close to that 2 hour mark where the carriage was going to be picking up. So at this point, maybe we should take that.
Filler just says like, yeah, that's probably for the better now, considering how much longer it has taken to get out of town so far. And I also turn to Ismark and his sister, and I say like, I'm sorry, I don't like want to be rude, but what is the deal with that coffin over there?
Oh, kind of looks at her brother.
What the deal with coffin?
Kind of looks at her brother and looks really forlorn. It's like, uh, I'm, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, brother. I'm so sorry, Ismark. She looks really like, looks really confused. She gets up, walks over to the coffin, like the corner, kind of unlocks it. And I didn't really want to tell you this. I've kept it a secret from everyone, but perhaps I shouldn't. She lifts up the coffin, and you can see a somewhat decayed, like a somewhat decayed human in there, like inside the coffin, and you can see that the son's like horrified, like, Father? Father, no! It kind of runs to the coffin, like, no! Father, no! What? What happened? Why would you keep this from me? It's like, I'm sorry. I didn't know how you would react with everything with me and Strahd, and I'm terribly sorry. He just kind of drops to his knees, sobbing.
Ebo raises an eyebrow.
Leah stands up from kneeling down next to her father and straightens her clothes out and walks like more towards like her friends versus being off in the corner with her father.
Okay. Yeah, you see kind of, yeah, the two are just kind of like huddled, like, I'm so sorry. It was, you're right there.
There's something really funny about your voice almost being the same for both characters.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. It's just not
It's
much of a
alright.
voice actor, you know.
It's just really funny because at some point I didn't even realize the other person was talking, but that's just on me.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I did try and give a voice to the guy, but
No, it's fine.
I didn't really. Yeah, in that
Sorry for
shock
interrupting.
situation. No, it's all good. But yeah, he's just kind of like sobbing, like, I'm so sorry, brother. Just, I didn't want to overburden you with this news. It's alright, sister. Just need some time to process all this. But I will feel more relieved if knowing that you are safe and away from all of this madness. I will I will alert the town in a few days of this news. Uh, just it just looks more dejected. Just kind of stares, like mourns a bit silently in the corner now. It's like, well, yeah. The Irina turns around. It's like, I'm sorry you all had to witness that, but well, what's done is done, really. Well, not to sound rude, but maybe we should start making our way. The carriage will be here any minute now.
Yes, I do think it would be good to give Ishmark some space, and we'll head off to the general store and get ready to leave.
Leah looks at whatever his name is, starts with E, whatever.
Ismart.
Ismart, sorry.
It's alright.
Will you look after my father?
Yes, yes. I will. I will make sure he is safe. No, if Strahd is aware that well, if Strahd is aware that Irina is no longer here, then he will most likely leave your father alone. He has tested his strength, but I don't think he has his interest anymore. I swear
Leah
to you,
nods
we will
and thanks
defend
him.
I'm terribly sorry. I cannot come with you, but well, I have I suppose a new permanent found duty to this town. I wish I could, obviously, but well, yes. I'm sorry, but I thank you once again so much for all that you are doing here. It does mean us the whole world. It truly does. But please take good care of my sister, and please have a very safe travel. He like gives like a really deep bow, like kind of like really protruding himself.
At this point, Vincent is going to walk out. He says, we should be going now, and he leaves.
Okay. All right.
Gibo follows.
Leah follows behind as well.
Okay. And then as Irina heads for the door as well, she turns around and says, "Please take care, brother. I I will be safe with these fine people. You have my word." He kind of silently nods his head, and then she follows you.
This campaign do be dark.
Indeed, I did give the warning. It is a fairly dark campaign. There will be lots of dark themes and bloodshed and such and such.
Where was that general store? You said it was around the inn.
It is there. However,
There. Oh, yeah.
the wagon or the carriage you can hear is coming up now. Unfortunately, it has been about it has been about 2 hours now since you first conversed with Ismark. Yes, the carriage does kind of pull up. You notice it does like come up from this side, and then it kind of like circles around like sort of this direction, like kind of anti-clockwise around here, and then stops around here. It's like, all aboard, carriage for Valakai.
Shouldn't we go to the store first, though?
I will walk up the carriage and try to convince the driver to hold on for a moment while the others go to the store.
I'm very sorry, sir, but Well, we run a very tight schedule. It takes us 10 hours a day, really, to get between the villages, or the towns rather. We don't have much time to spare.
That's fine. Vincent is going to say perhaps the Vistani camp may have a traitor.
Oh, Papa, why have you forsaken me
Um,
and fallen?
Nice, Vincent.
Vincent is going to ask, would it seems we have to pick either to go to the store or take the carriage. Would you guys want to take the carriage, or would you guys rather do our shopping and then walk?
Keeper says we should really stock up over rushing out, so I would rather just walk if that means we get more supplies.
Vincent is going to turn to what was the woman's name? Was it Irina?
Yeah, Irina.
He turns to Irina and says, "Is that okay with you if we walk?"
I am in your hands, my fellow adventurers. It is your decision, your call, what you feel is most appropriate. If we took the carriage, we would surely get there sooner. But well, if you feel it is safer to stock up first and walk the way, then so be it. I have no complaints.
Vincent will say, "All right then," and then he's gonna walk into the store.
Okay. And you walk into the store. All right. Store notes. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Oh yeah, shit! I forgot I had this. Hang on.
Hello, I am the store note. How are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Gibos, you walk in, you see a clone of yourself, like mirroring your every movement.
Ah, it's Store Gibo. My skin.
There you go. I forgot I had this. I don't know if you can hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Nice. I
Yep.
forgot. Yeah, I added music. I completely forgot I did that.
That would have been handy for the death house.
Yeah,
this,
it would
this
have. But
song would have been perfect for that house.
yeah, this one. I only added it in like not that long ago, so
Oh,
like
fair enough.
yeah, like last night pretty much. But yeah. So yeah, as you enter the shop, hang on, no, that's not it. It's this one. Nope, it's not that one either. What the fuck? Oh, it is this one. That's not, what the fuck? Where are you? Is it not this one? It is this one. What the fuck is going on? What? Alright, anyway. So yeah. As you, Alright, yep, so as you enter in, the room is, well, you know it's early morning, but the place is still fairly dark. Like, it's sparse light coming from it. It's just spilling in from the cracks and creaks of the ceiling. The curtains are draped entirely closed. And you see, well, as you enter, you see like a wooden plank that crudely says open, dangling from the front door. And yeah, you walk in. Inside, you notice that there is a human, like a fairly pale human. Can I get this up? He has a token. Yep. So yeah, you wait, that's not him. Oh, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, you step in, you see a fairly pale, human, just kind of behind the counter. It's like you see sprues of equipment just sort of like on the counter behind him, like a forge, like in the other corner. You see someone kind of hammering away there. Yeah, it's a very dark, very musty room, but it's a shop really.
So is this a general store? Like it has a little bit of everything, or what?
It's a general store. You can see like a few potions strewn about. You can see like a couple of like daggers, maybe like a couple of swords, like a helmet and such. Like some rope as well, strewn on like onto a barrel, and yeah, just a few general wares.
Vincent will want to approach, and does he see anyone at the counter, or?
Yeah, you see a very pale man, kind of like behind the counter. Yeah, just sort of like taking inventory. It turns around like, oh, hello. Oh, what can I do for you then?
Vincent says, "Good day. I have a few items that I was looking to sell, and then I would like to re-up on some supplies."
Oh, alright. Well, everything you can see is kind of what you get, really. Just anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, I would be looking for some healing potions, or maybe a better suit of armor.
Right, alright, potions, you say? Alright, well, it kind of leans down a bit, putting down his, like, notebook, reaches in, grabs, like, a little cask, a little tray. It's got about, like, 6 healing potions. It's like, here you go, 50 gold each.
50 gold each. Alright, I'll say, alright, well, let me see if we could, do a trade. I have some items that you could, be interested in.
Oh, do you now? Alright, what you got?
Let's see here.
I'm not one to turn away a good trade.
So the things that I would like to try to sell, I've got this, bullseye lantern, I have a
Okay,
chain shirt, I've got the ivory hairbrush, black leather eye patch, then I've got a few scrolls here that I wouldn't be able to use. They're Scroll of Bless, Scroll of Protection from Poison, Scroll of Spiritual Weapon, a few other stuff. I don't know if you have to look up prices for all of these or what.
yeah, I will for some of those. Let me check. Where did you get? You got that eye patch. Did I write that down? I feel like I did somewhere.
Yeah, the eye patch and the ivory hairbrush.
I'm gonna have to change map because I realized what was going on with that. That's kind of dumb. One sec. Nope. I know the die patch was something. I just can't remember where it was. Give me 1 minute. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
It was not. I would have got this up there if I was kind of aware this was happening, but foresight. Wrong thing. I don't know why that was up. 1 minute. 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 1 Do you remember exactly? It would help. Do you remember exactly where you found that eye patch? I know it was in the house.
I think it was in the basement. It either would have been in the parents' room, that chest, or it would have been in the mess of rooms that each had like foot lockers with items in them.
Yeah, you might be right, actually. Yeah, I think you're right. So that's the wrong map then.
And if it wasn't up there, then it might have. Then it would have been upstairs,
Yes.
but I don't
Okay,
know.
I found it. Yeah, you're right.
Got
okay,
it? Okay, cool.
I got it. Thank you.
Cool.
Like, kind of looks at the eye patch. You hand over, like, yeah, this it's quite elaborate. This one. He kind of slams it on the table. I'll give you 10 gold.
Vincent will say, my good man, this is quite an elaborate piece of work here. I feel like you could do better.
Okay.
Do you want a persuasion?
Yeah. Can you give me both an insight and a persuasion? Right. Yeah. You see this like kind of interest in the eye patch, and yeah, as you say that, like, oh, well, what were you thinking about then?
I would say, why don't we do an even trade, this eye patch for 1 potion?
Alright. It just kind of like hands you, well, just kind of slides 1 potion off the tray onto the counter, like takes the eye patch. Alright, anything else?
My big ol' list here.
Oh,
I've got
you had the hairbrush as well, didn't you? The airbrush.
Yeah.
He looks at
the
it.
ivory hairbrush.
Yeah, so he looks at that. It's like, oh, it's quite nice. I'll give you 5 gold. Can you give me a insight check again? Another 5. Yeah, okay, yeah, he looks kind of fixated on it, but you know, you just think it was a pretty nice airbrush. Nothing to it, just kind of interested. Yeah.
Is the hairbrush like as elaborate as the eye patch?
Yeah, they're both really fancy. They're both like kind of really high-end nobility things.
Okay.
Man's
So again, I'm going to say, I don't think that is quite right. Why don't we do another even trade here? That hairbrush for another potion, and I'll give you a check.
That's perception. We'll go to rolls.
Oh.
Actually, I probably shouldn't. I should probably, yeah. I'll think I have to make you reroll because different
18.
modifiers. Sorry?
I think it was persuasion. It would have been 18. Well,
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
anyway.
yeah, there you go. All right. What else did you offer? Sorry, there's a hairbrush, the helmet, chainmail. What else was there? Or was that it?
No, there was quite a few things here. There was the hairbrush. I've got a suit of chainmail.
Yep.
I also have a few scrolls. One of spiritual weapon, one of protection from poison, and one of bless.
This airbrush and one of them scroll thingies. That one kind of points to the scroll of bless. One potion for that.
Was he not interested in the other scrolls, or is he just saying like that is enough for a potion?
That's enough for one potion.
Okay. I'll say I'll throw in these other two scrolls for one more potion.
Alright. Just kind of hastily grabs them and hands you 2 more potions. You now have 3 potions.
I also have, let's see here. I've got blank fancy books.
Kind of looks at the books, like skim through. Why do I want this? It's fucking useless, isn't it?
I'll say that is fair enough. I do feel like I have gotten enough here. I will say I was also in search for a better piece of armor if you have anything that would be like that.
Let me check the back. It kind of like hastily lifts up like the counter, rushes kind of to the back where like the smithy part is like, goes behind a curtain. This is not the right note. What we got? What we got? You asked for armor, didn't you?
Yeah, I was wanting some armor. It's probably going to be too expensive for me. But the armor that I would be interested in would be scale mail or a breastplate.
Okay. No, he comes back. He's like, no, best we got is that, and kind of points at your chainmail that you're already offering.
Okay. I'll say, well, that is fair then. I do
Got a
appreciate.
few weapons or something, but yeah, none of that really. Sorry.
Oh, speaking of, I do have actually a little bit more that I was wanting to sell. That long sword that I got in the house that was hanging up, that was like the fancy one that had like the engravement of a windmill.
Yeah.
I've got that, and I've got a short sword, just a standard short sword that I was wanting to sell.
Alright, hang on. Ba-da-bap. Alright. He looks at a short sword. It's kind of like, it's alright, this. 2 gold.
I'll say, what about the longsword?
The long sword. Looks at it. Hang on, I gotta find the notes again. Yeah, okay. So yeah, he looks at it, kind of like nods his head, like, alright. 10.
10 gold, he said.
Yeah.
My good man, do look at the engravement here.
Yeah,
I do believe
10.
we could do better.
Oh. Give me a persuasion. Uh, 20 for the lot.
Why don't you throw in one more potion instead of the gold, and I'll call that fine.
Fine. It gives you one more potion.
I do
Anything else?
appreciate that.
That's alright.
I would ask if he has any just like rations.
Yeah, we got some. Kind of like gets out like a little sack from under the counter. Just like, it's a bit old. Had it for a while, I'll be honest. 5 silver per ration. You know that one ration is essentially 1 day's worth of food.
That seems rather high.
I will. You won't need to insight this, because especially, well, some of you will know from like your travels and adventuring. Rations are not this much money.
Yeah. Let me say, that seems rather high. Let's bring it down a little bit there. Let me give you another persuasion.
So what you got?
That was a crit.
Alright, what now?
Let me say, I will give you, 1 silver for 3 days worth.
Put me out of business here. Fine. Reaches his hand out, grabs like a handful of rations, pretty much like, here you go. Kind of puts it on the table. 3 days worth of rations right there.
I do appreciate the business. I will take all of my stuff and walk over to the rest of my group and say, "All right, well, I have procured us some rations, but some I guess some rations. If there was anything else that you guys would need, feel free to do your shopping."
I would like to also sell some stuff.
Can I go first? Because I really need to go to the toilet. Or, well, I'll just do it while you're doing it.
Yeah, whoever.
Go ahead.
I don't mind either.
Yeah, go ahead, can we?
Okay. Alright. What you got?
Right, I have this this nice little leather loincloth that I want to get rid of.
What the fuck? No. Why would I want to buy your used loincloth?
Who says it's used? I haven't used it.
You can see some stains on it right there.
I mean, you can say the same for those rations over there.
I run a fine establishment, I do. It's just like, what are you implying here?
Alright, fine. How about this yellow spell book?
Actually, I was going to have you roll persuasion as well to see if you could...
Fair. Where is it? There it is.
Just like... Fine. I don't know who the hell would want to buy this, but it's kind of like... grabs it, like really like carefully reaches out, just grabbing it like one of those like claw machines, like index finger and thumb, just letting it dangle like 2 silver.
Alright, and I also like pull out the spell book that I cannot use because it's for wizards.
Okay. Right. Let me see how much that one I'm trying to remember where you found
It was
that.
in the footlocker in the parents'
Yeah, you're right.
fight
You're
room.
right. I just have to remember what room that was. Boop, boop, boo-doo-doo, boop, boo-doo-doo-doo. I see. Okay. Kind of flicks through the pages. Alright. I don't get any of what this means. There's something. 10 gold. Oh, I need to give me an insight check as well when he says that.
13.
Yeah, you can see like he's a bit more interested in it than he's like letting on.
Sir, this book is full of magical incantations.
Yeah.
I think we both know that 10 gold is a little bit too low of a bar.
Give me persuasion. I guess there's a lot. 20.
How much were the health potions?
They were 50 gold each.
And there's 2 left.
How about you give me those 2 potions instead?
For this fucking book?
Listen, sir, it's full of very strong magical spells.
And I offered you 20 gold. You know these are worth 50
This book
each,
is a-
right?
This book is a collector's item, sir.
Give me another persuasion.
Roll 20. Fuck.
I don't give a crap what it is. 20 gold.
Is the shopkeep considered a commoner?
Yeah.
1 second.
Okay.
First off, can I like use detect thoughts on him?
Yeah. I think he'd have to make a skill save. Yes, he does. All right. Oh. Wait, hang on. Does he have? Oh, I need to go on DM screen. Ah! Oh my god, I got so many pages up. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He kind of like. He feels his head kind of feel a bit weird. Like he feels a little lightheaded, but sort of shakes it off. It's like you could hear in his thoughts like, "What the hell was that? Oh well, this guy's a fucking idiot. I swear to God, fucking potions 50 gold each. What a fucking ripoff. These things are only worth like 10."
Wait, did he just say that the potions?
No, he thought this. You passed your detect thoughts. This is what you're hearing. Like these guys are fucking
Okay, so
idiots.
he's trying to scam people out of 40 gold.
Yeah, everything that he is in his shop, he has marked up considerably, like 5 times pretty much, and everything that you're kind of selling is worth a lot more than you're actually selling it for.
I kind of like lean closer to him, then like beckon him to come a little bit closer.
What's all this? What are you doing?
Listen.
Yeah.
We both know you are completely ripping everyone off here. Those potions are absolutely not worth 50 gold, and you fucking know it.
Oh, what are you talking about? I'm running a fine establishment here. You fucking starting trouble here.
Listen, buddy, these are your own words that I'm using here.
Oh, and how's that?
I
How
know
are you
what you
knowing
were
this?
thinking.
What do you mean?
And I use Heart of Darkness to convince him to give me the 2 potions for the book.
Okay. Can you
You
click what
don't
that
want
does?
me to convince my companions here that you're an absolute sham and lose even more money, do you?
Fiddler over here going, you won't like me when I'm angry.
Hey, I like money.
Alright,
But
just
I'm
like
not about to let me get scammed.
it's just like, ugh. I will. Actually. Yeah. Okay. No. Yeah. So he just kind of looks at your eyes like, just kind of void, like emotion. They don't have much. They don't have much soul in your eyes, pretty much. No. No. Like, glares like, oh, fucking weirdo you are. All right. Fine. Just don't tell no one. All right. Just. Uh. I'll give your friend back the airbrush and the eye patch, and you don't tell no one, all right?
You got yourself a deal, and I reach out my hand.
All right. It kind of just extends his hand, shakes it like, all right, all right. What do you want, sir?
No, that's about it.
All right.
Unless you want to buy this bucket of water as well.
What the hell am I gonna do with that? I could get my own at the back.
Wash the loincloth?
Again, I got my own bucket in the back. Why would I want to buy your stupid bucket?
Alright. Fine. I was joking anyway. Just fucking cheer up, dude.
I'm not.
So
I'll
how-
be honest. After everything that you just fucking said and done, I'm not really in a joking mood. All right.
So how much money did he give for the hairbrush and eye patch then?
You traded the hairbrush and a scroll of bless for 1 potion, and he traded the eye patch for 1 potion as well.
I thought you said that you gave money back for them. My bad.
Oh no, you got the actual items back themselves.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
No, that's it for me. So I back off from the store owner and join the group again.
Alright.
Did he give me the items to give back to Vincent, or did he just give
I
them
would
back to
assume
Vincent?
if Vincent backed away from the counter, he did give you the items to hand back. Unless
Alright,
Vincent
so
actually walked up, heard all this, and actually got them.
I feel like at hearing this, I would have walked up to him. Yeah.
Considering though that I pulled him like close and like had a quiet like one-on-one with him, he probably doesn't know about it, no?
That's
Okay, yeah,
fair,
we'll say
okay.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, he would have given you the He would have given you the items.
I walk up to Vincent, hand him back his eye patch and hairbrush, and I go, enjoy your free potions.
Yeah, with that, you just look really confused there, Vincent. Like, what? What happened? How'd that happen?
Yeah. I'm just gonna be confused and be like, all right then.
Anyone else? I mean, all the potions are bought, unless anyone wants anything else.
Nah.
I'm good now that all the potions are gone.
Alright. So you
Didn't even get a chance to buy a potion.
Do you guys have any potions left, or did you guys use yours?
I used my last one.
Gibo and Fiddler, do you guys still have yours?
I have
I mean,
two
Phil
that I
just
just
bought 2 of them.
swindled.
What about you, Gibo?
I mean, I got 1 potion, but
Okay. Vincent will hand 1 over to Gibo, and he'll hand 2 to Leah.
Thanks.
And he'll also say that I do have some rations for on the road.
That surprised the shit out of me.
And also, I was like, what is that?
I noticed the music stopped and I was like, oh, hang on.
So, guys, shall we head on out then?
Let's kick it.
Alright, you all have a lovely trip. Pleasure doing business with some of you.
it doesn't mean that.
Probably
I,
not.
kinda
With
glare at
everything
him
that
as
you
I
just
leave the store.
Yeah, everything that just happened, yeah, this guy probably doesn't mean anything that he fucking says.
Kind of leaves the store doing the like I'm watching you gesture,
Kind of like hesitates
like
a little bit.
pointing at your eyes and
Yeah, just like
back at him.
it kind of like backs up like, oh. Alright, so you now embark on your lovely journey outside of Barovia. The carriage is unfortunately gone. Has left probably some time ago. Yeah. So like, Arian is like, well, I hope you had a lovely, pleasant shopping trip. But I think it's
What
time we
an
head out.
interesting fella that was.
Interesting, you say. I don't leave the house much, if at all, lately. Is everything okay?
Just would recommend finding a better store.
It's the only store in the town.
Well, I hope the pay around here is good then, because, jeez.
Well, alright, well,
Swindler.
lead on, I guess. Well, I'll make sure my
Gibo is just asleep in the street.
keeper falls asleep. Alright. To the world map!
We did it.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! Oh god, I hate traversing the map. Okay. I am going to... Alright, who wants to be at the front? Because whoever's going to be at the front, I'm just going to use your token, just to kind of make it easier.
Vincent can be.
Okay.
What are the options? What's the best option for a ranged character?
Being in the back.
Is it an open carriage? Is it...
No, we're walking.
Yeah, you're walking.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot about it. For some reason I thought we had a carriage. Never mind then. Ignore my question. I'll go in the back, yeah.
Alright,
Regardless.
so Vincent's at the front, so we use Vincent's token for this. There you go. Alright, so as you walk, each tile I believe is 1/4 of a mile. So yeah.
This is an awkward map for combat.
Yeah, don't worry. If anything happens, I've got something prepared for that. You're fine.
You better not, I just want to move half a mile.
Okay. So
I don't even see the token. Can someone ping where it is?
Over here.
Over here.
Bottom right.
Yep. Bling, bling, bling. Bling, bling, bling.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, cool.
It's over here.
Vincent has turned into a police car.
Yeah, gonna me. We should alternate.
Yeah. He used to be a soldier, you know. I mean, it worked.
But one of the sirens was broken.
You can feel free to move it, Pren.
Okay, so when you get to around the bridge, I will have to check
no,
something.
bend it.
Maybe we'll
And the
find
bridge
out.
collapsed.
Have to find the map. All right. Okay. Yep. Nothing happened. You cross the bridge. It's a nice, ornate, just small stone bridge. Yeah, like just nice little like footpath, easy for carriages to get over the river. It's a very shallow river, really, not very deep at all. It's probably maybe like up to your shins, Gibo. You'd probably be like waist high, really.
Racist bastard.
What do you mean? That's your height.
But fuck off.
Actually, wait.
I don't believe this. I
I'll
expected
carry
that.
you. I'm like 6 foot something. It's okay.
Wait, radio. Oh yeah, high elf, right?
We tell.
It's not. Well, actually, no. It's not. It's not deep. But it. Actually, no. Hang on. Oh shit. No. Sorry. I looked
You
at the
could
wrong
drown
note.
a standing goblin in there.
No. Sorry. I looked at the wrong note. Yeah. No. This river is wide and it is fairly deep. It is pretty deep. It's like 50 foot across, and yeah, it's like 50 foot wide, and it's pretty deep. It's like 5 to 10 foot like deep. You can't fully see like the bottom of the river. But yeah, that's kind of all that's noteworthy of that. It's a nice bridge over a nice river. Anyway, moving on.
What's the value of the bridge?
What, you gonna sell the bridge?
Yeah. We're gonna take the bridge and the river with us.
I mean, you could try if you wanted to try and dismantle the bridge, but it's very, you know, very well put together.
I'll just lift it up.
Alright. So.
Okay, now I'm just moving on.
Okay, now you try. Giba, you grab like the side of the bridge, like one of the pillars at the end. You really try and hoist it up with all your strength. You don't I mean, of course, it's a very big bridge. You don't do anything, but you do accidentally dislodge a brick.
I'll throw the brick in the river.
Alright, yeah, you throw the brick in the river. Very loud splash.
Ebo nods in satisfaction.
Alright, but you do notice actually, as you throw the brick in there, the river starts kind of bubbling a bit.
Bruh.
Okay.
Is there
in
something
what
in the
way?
river?
Yeah, can we investigate it?
I'm the
Yeah.
only one that's noticing it.
Well, actually, yeah. Unless
looking at me.
I'll move you there. Unless Gibo shares this information.
Oh, what kind of bubbling is it? Like, I want to investigate it.
Yeah. It's like just like lots of little like tiny like rapid bubbles like going to the surface and like popping.
Is it like an unnatural kind of bubbling?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. Give me
there
an
anything else?
investigation check to see how well you know this really.
Yeah, well, not much.
That's weird. Bubbles.
Oh.
All right. That's kind of what you think, really.
Gibo just shrugs and walks away.
Yeah. Leah, you the bubbles look kind of. Yeah. You don't know really how to think about it. They're just kind of small bubbles. Kind of weird that they just kind of popped up now out of nowhere though, but. Yeah, you think there's probably something in there.
Wait, did Leah notice the bubbles then? Did she
Oh,
watch
did she?
Gibo throw the...
Did you?
I mean, if
How-
Leah watched Gibo try to lift the bridge, it's fine. But...
Did you, Leah? Did you watch Gibo throw the brick?
I did.
Alright, there you go then.
Hmm.
Oh,
Uh,
I have the vision thing. Can I see anything at all in the water?
Dark vision.
Yeah.
Not really. It's
Okay.
well, it's like quite murky, really. It's not very clear water, so it's like, it's not that it's dark. It's just really hard to see into.
Okay.
So, going on that train of thought though, I would assume like dark vision doesn't really work in like depth, or does it?
It does. It's
It
like
does.
you can still see it. Like if it's a dark thing, like a dark space,
Oh.
you can still see in there.
So that means if there was like a like clear water somewhere, right? And it was really deep. With dark vision, you could see deeper then.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Okay. No, I did think it worked like that. Okay. Good to know. Very interesting.
Gibo's
yeah.
still in the water at this point.
No, Gibo's not in the water.
Gibo threw the
Oh, you
brick.
threw the brick in the water. I don't know
Yeah.
why I thought you fell in.
You thought I fell in because I fell on you earlier. That's fine. I understand.
It just seems like a Gibo thing to do, you know?
Yeah. You're just a clumsy fucker now. Whoa. I mean, to be fair, with the investigations, one that could have happened, I guess, if he had to roll like acrobatics or some shit. But yeah, Gibo moved on because he didn't really think anything of it. So.
So are you moving on, or what are you doing?
Yeah, Gibo's just following the group. I don't know. I think we're just continuing on our path now.
Okay. I'll move you along then, unless someone says anything.
Onward.
Very good. So you get to around there, and then... Oh, okay. Hang
Where
on
the
a minute
fuck's
now.
Vincent, the main character,
Here
though,
comes
with
a
the
branch.
What
What's
we
the value of the branch? Can I lift it?
Let me go back and throw it in the water.
Imagine if I rolled a natural 20 on the bridge and I just lifted it up, no sweat.
it's this dice and this dice.
I don't like that.
Other dice, yes.
Okay. This will be interesting. So yeah, as you trot along, hang on, is there a thing for this? It's in order. Yes, there is. Okay, cool. Yep. So as you trail along, you notice that the fairly clear path, you know, well, it'd be a nice sunny day, but you know the sky is still obviously blocking the sun, or the clouds are. But as you're traversing along, you notice that as you keep walking, the trail starts getting foggier and foggier.
Oh no.
It's getting very hard to see now. You can't really see anything at all through this mist, but you do notice in the distance, coming towards you slowly, a horse. Well, you hear the sound of a horse kind of slowly trotting along, and you can see a light, like a kind of lantern lit up as well. Like you could just make out the light.
Is the horse coming like, can we see the horse? Is it at a distance still?
You cannot see the horse still, but you... Yeah, don't have long before he gets to you.
Can we all, like, as a group, hide in the bushes?
Yeah, if you want to.
I turn to the group and I say that perhaps that's Strahd. Maybe we should, like, try to hide.
Couldn't hurt to hide, I suppose, Leah says.
Irene just turns like, I'll follow your lead. I'm not sure what's going on. I will admit I'm very nervous though. We best be on our guard.
Can
I'll
we
ask-
tell anything from the horse, like, at this distance? Or
Yeah,
do we not,
actually,
like-
at this point, because it's getting very close to you now, I want all of you to give me a perception check, but with disadvantage though, because it's such thick fog. You can barely see like in front of you.
Question, how do you do something disadvantage?
Just
Just roll and take the lowest.
yeah. So you look at both the numbers on your roll. So you roll 12 and 21.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you, okay.
So I'm a special mist goblin. I have mist vision.
You just okay. Yeah, none of you can really make this out, although Leah, you kind of notice a bit. It's like you could kind of make it out a little bit. You can't see the body, but you could kind of see like whoever's riding it. The horse is white, and you could see that that whoever's riding it is also wearing white. They have a banner as well, kind of stands
banner.
like next to them as well.
Enemy. It's in the class without the might.
It wouldn't...
No, that'd be red.
No, without.
Oh, without, yeah.
Yes,
right.
white robe.
Yeah.
So sorry, Dutch joke. Go on. Goblin joke.
Okay.
Complete joke, for fuck's sake.
Right. Yeah. You don't have long though. I'm gonna put a little timer up, and then you have to make a decision
no.
before it beeps, because it's getting closer and closer.
Get in the bushes.
Is Leah able to tell what kind of banner they have?
No.
Yeah, no, because I've saved something when we were in the house. Like, it was Strahd's crest, and I just wanted to know, was it like that crest on the banner?
I
You can
dive into the
see
bush.
Yes.
there is a crest. You can't make out what the crest is though because of the fog. But
Okay.
you can see like the color. The banner is like, the banner is black, and you can see like a little bit of like a red on the crest. That's really, but you can't make out what it is.
Oh, no, hit the class
Okay.
test.
I really think we should hide.
Yeah, I'm just dashing in the bush.
I guess if you all want to hide, we can hide.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no point.
I mean, we could
foggy
like,
all of a sudden,
partially
right?
hide and have one person just on the road be like, okay, what the fuck?
I feel like Vincent probably wouldn't
There's 10
hide,
seconds.
so I'll stay out and you can all hide.
We'll hide.
And we'll come back.
surprise them.
We'll back you up as you need it.
Yeah,
Sneak
I
attack.
dive into the bush.
All right.
Uh,
At this
Leah
point-
dives into the bush.
Okay,
Wait.
so
I was already in the bush.
so Gibo, so 3 of you are in the bush, and Irina jumps in the bush as well.
Wait,
Oh,
can I
yeah,
have a quick question before you do anything?
yeah. Actually, yeah. Roll
Well,
stealth
and-
to see
and
how well you
stealth.
hide. Yeah.
Am I also allowed? Wait, should we get advantage with mist or not?
I cannot share that information.
Oh yeah, yeah. You can just say if you see them or not, right? Fair
Yeah.
enough. So I'll just roll real quick. But am I allowed to like set up my weapon, or would it not be enough time?
Probably not at this point because the timer did go off. You jumped in.
Well, I jumped in before you mentioned the 10 seconds.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
Yeah,
Well, in
he
that
was
case,
actually
yeah.
the first one
All
in
right.
the
You
bush.
could quickly set it up. That's fine then. But yeah.
Yeah.
At this point though, that's perception, Gibo. I can't believe this.
Oh shit.
So
And I
cannot
saw the
believe you've done
six, and I was
this.
like, yeah. Oh, there we go.
you guys even better. Alright, what I will probably do for future rolls though is at this point, if it is a miss roll, because bonuses are different, if you do click the wrong one and I notice it, I'll probably have to not take that roll and have you roll again.
I mean, that's what we did right now, right?
It is, yeah, but I'm just saying because we've done it a couple times where we haven't, we've taken the roll and just added the modifier.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, we've kind
Yeah,
of
no.
like mixed it up a bit, but I think from this point on, if you click the wrong skill, I'll have to take the new roll. But
No,
anyway,
that's fair.
yeah. But anyway, at this point, yeah. So Vincent, you stand guard. You kind of look all valiantly. I don't know how you standing at this point.
How heroic is your pose?
On
Yeah.
2 legs.
Yeah, no, I would just be kind of like standing there. I would have conjured my great sword and just like been holding it like above my shoulder and just kind of standing there like that.
Okay. Yep. So at that point, you as the horse draws closer, it starts kind of leaving the mist, and you could kind of see in front of you that this horse is not alive. It is a skeleton. The horse is a skeleton, and inside the armor, very heavy plate armor with a giant sword on his back, is a skeleton as well. And you can see that the banner in front of you is Strahd's banner, and the horse just kind of stops in front of you. He sees that you've drawn your sword, and he stares at you.
I'm going to speak up. So is it a person just on horseback, or is
So
it a carriage?
It's a skeleton. It's a skeleton on a warhorse. Is wearing very, very high-end, really like bulky plate armor.
Okay. I'm going to say I'm thinking. Hold on. Ho there. Where are you off to?
Understandable.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Oh, he can't talk then, right?
No.
Can I analyze him since the undead is like my favorite? Anything at all? Anything about that besides having to fight him?
Yeah. All right. Give me an insight check.
Side.
You know the skeleton can speak, but refuses to.
You know skeleton can speak. This guy's play. No,
It must be a foreign skeleton.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
Skeletway,
you know that.
Hello, skeleton.
Yeah, you know that skeletons are like. That there's a reason. Well, skeletons obviously can't speak. Undead cannot speak. But you also are aware that undead will pretty much attack on sight unless they were resurrected by a necromancer and they gave them a specific reason not to.
He hasn't attacked me yet, right?
Yeah, but you aren't aware of this, only Lee is.
Okay.
I want to whisper to everyone else who's in the bush with me, saying about what you just said to me. So like, how he's undead and how he hasn't attacked Vincent yet. So there could be a chance that someone has like sired him specifically not to hurt Vincent, but I'm not sure.
So if I
He is kind
like,
of
drop-
fixated on you holding your weapon, like more specifically, you know, your hands on your weapon as well, Vincent. You could kind of see that.
So if I were to dismiss my greatsword, and like walk out of his path, would he still stare at me, or would he continue walking?
You don't know. You just have to find that out, really.
Okay, well, we're gonna do that. I dismiss my greatsword, and I was standing in like the middle of the road, so I'll like get out of his way to see if he'll continue walking or if he'll stay there.
Okay, so yeah, you continue along the road. He trailed, like, as you slowly walk past him, he is moving his head along as well, tracking your movements. He kind of, as you get next to him, he does give you like a little kick with his boot, but nothing like painful. And then, yeah, you manage to get past.
So if he's walked past us by now, then I'll
at that point, yeah, when you walk past, you kind of turn around. The skeleton just kind of continues like the horse completely turns 180, and just kind of stares at you. I don't know if you're still walking off or if you're just stood there. Oh, actually, that's a point as well.
Yeah, I would have gotten out of his way, like, and give him the ability to go past me, but I wouldn't like continue walking.
Okay, and then okay. So as you do that though, he kind of so as you do that though, I forgot to roll for his perception and stuff. But as he turns around, well, as you walk around, did you say you were moving along, sorry, or you stood still?
I moved like out of his way so he could like continue walking past me, but I'm not like walking further. I'm stood where I am on the side there.
Okay, well, as you do that, you just kind of stood to the side. He stares at you, but then he kind of like turns his horse and he starts staring at the bushes.
Shit.
At this point, Vincent would probably speak up and says to the group, you should just come out now.
Leah emerges from the bushes, very cautiously joining alongside Vincent.
Okay. Who else is joining, or is it just Leah?
Look at shit.
I'll get out as well.
You already rolled stuff. I took that into account. Don't you worry. Okay, so you get out. Are you staying, Gibo?
Well,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, as Fiddler and Leah leave the bushes, yeah, you kind of get out. It kind of stares at both of you, going, and just kind of looks at you. As soon as you say good day to you, he kind of takes off his helmet and kind of tips it, you know, like a fedora, like good day.
I tip my top hat back
Jesus.
at him.
Then the skeleton.
Milady. So are you two joining the road, stood next to Vincent?
Yes.
Okay. Are you just stood there?
Yes.
Alright, at this point, he kind of just turns around, kind of looks around at the bushes a bit more, but then he turns around again and starts trailing off toward the town of Barovia.
Okay, so he left us then?
Yeah.
That's kind of ominous.
Yeah, Vincent is going to say, well, I'm not sure what that was about, but we have skipped an encounter then.
Leah wants to inform him of what she was able to like know, like her knowledge just observing him, how it was, you know, a member of Strahd, and how he was probably like conjured by somebody, but had specific orders perhaps to not hurt us because usually they will attack.
That is very curious.
At this point as well, as the skeleton kind of walks further and further away into the mist does kind of dissipate around where you are and it starts becoming clear again. You think that whatever that fog was is following and surrounding that skeleton.
Bebo emerges from the bushes with his crossbow on his back.
Oh, that was very terrifying. No, wasn't sure what that entire situation was.
I turn to the group and I just say, "What a nice lad."
Garfield lets out a squawk.
Vincent is going to say to Irina, it appears that skeleton was holding the well, would I have seen the Barovian or the Strahd's banner?
Yeah, at that point you would have. You had full view of the skeleton and everything on it. So.
Okay. I'm going to ask Irina. Well, say that it appears he was a bannerman for Strahd. Are you familiar with that situation?
Well, he brings a very large assortment of undead. They're just tools for him. They have no names. They're just puppets. He does with them as he pleases. So of course I haven't seen specific ones, but if he truly is working for Strahd, well, he might be there as a scout, and I do not know if he saw me, but if he did, I can't imagine he would have stayed friendly. But it might not be. It might be a matter of time before they maybe realize I'm no longer at the house.
Vincent
Leah
is going
says,
to.
"Oh, sorry."
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Leah says this is probably like no coincidence.
Yeah. Vincent says perhaps we should get a move on then.
Okay. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Oh, it's my favorite movement stunt.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, as you get to there, you do notice a nice fork in the road.
How nice is the fork in the road?
It's not very nice, to be honest. You do see old wooden gallows creaking in a very chill wind that's just blowing down from the high ground to your west. And you see a nice, frayed length of rope darting from its beam as well. The well-worn road splits here. You can see a signpost opposite them, pointing off in 3 separate directions.
Vincent will read the sign.
Okay. Yep. You can see from one of them it points east from where you came to Barovia. You can see to the northwest, kind of up this general direction, is going to the Tsur Pool, and Raven, and you can see Ravenloft / Valakai as well, going in this kind of direction.
The Vistani camp. Where was that again?
Hey yo, Abby, good to see you.
Oh, okay.
So
We go to the right.
realistically, you don't have an exact direction, even though you can see it on the map. You just kind of know it's like around this area somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Could be there, could be there, could be there.
As we get to the that fork in the road with that sign, Vincent is gonna pull out his map and point over in the northern direction and say the direction we were given for that Vistani camp was in that direction. And he'll say we should go there first, and after that we can come back towards Volat. Vloggy.
Realistically, I could be a bit mean, and it would be kind of fitting for the situation because you don't actually have an exact direction. But I might not. I might just, yeah, let you kind of know a bit where it is. I just really like, Nah, fuck it. All right, yeah, no, I won't be mean. Yeah, you kind of, I'll let you go where you kind of know where it is.
I mean, we have a map.
Yeah, I know, but I was gonna be like, roll nature check to see if you know which way to go from here. Because you don't know exactly where it
into
is.
any crossroads.
Huh?
Considering we've just passed a bridge and haven't seen any other crossroad, wouldn't be too difficult to discern where we are, though. On the map.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, because she didn't pinpoint, she just said like, somewhere around like, this kind of area. But yeah, no, that's fine, don't worry, just ignore me. Whatever. So yeah.
DM is gone. Our game now.
Yeah, I've gone crazy. Ignore me.
On it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I said all that about going north to the Vistani camp, then we can come back down, and then we'll go towards the west after that.
Alright. So you're going north now. Right. So
Yes.
you step up to here, and as you do, you hear a very strange creaking noise behind you, coming from inside the trees, like next to you. And no, not the trees, sorry. From the gallows, and all of a sudden, turning around, what was empty and a frayed rope, you can now see a dead body, dead, lifeless, grey body, kind of hanging there on the rope. It's kind of facing your direction.
Okay.
That's not ominous.
Yeah.
Can we investigate the body, or is it too far away?
Hang on. There was a bit more to this. I just need to make a roll. Yep. Okay. Sounds about right. Yeah. So you all kind of look at this body, and you all kind of notice this person was very familiar. Looking at the facial features, it's actually Fiddler. It looks exactly like Fiddler does.
Hippo looks at Fiddler. What are you doing there?
The body's just kind of rocking about on the wind.
Stares at the corpse, pill white. The fucking doll.
I told you not to touch it. Lee's just gonna keep saying it every time you bring that up. She's like, I told you not to touch it. So like, this is not like a mirage or anything, is it? Like, is it actually Giwa's body? Like, what? I'm so confused.
It is, well, yep. As far as you are aware, it looks and smells. You could definitely smell it as well. Putrid. Very, very real.
And we can all see it?
Yep, you can all see it. It's just kind of hanging there in the wind, just kind of floating there. It's all like it's like not looking at you. It's completely lifeless, but it is facing your general direction.
Could we go up to it? Like, is it within distance that we could walk up to it?
Yeah. It's on the gallows, so you just kind of like go up the little staircase, and yeah, you're like right up to it.
Vincent is going to conjure up a dagger and like cut the body loose.
All right, so as you do that, you reach up, you cut the rope that's hanging from it, and yeah, as you do, lands on the gallows, and you can see that the body is decomposing rapidly. The skin, the flesh, everything is just melting away like rapidly. It stinks horribly. It's like it's becoming just like a puddle of like organs, gore and such, and like all that's left are like bones before they kind of blow away into dust.
I make a nature check to see, or a nature or a medicine check to see if I know anything like what's going on.
No, but you can make an Arcana check.
Let's do it.
Can I also do one? Because
Yeah, go for it.
I imagine like
Oh
Yeah.
god,
close I
never
can
mind.
looking at it.
Yeah,
Go Fiddler.
yeah, no, right? Yeah, so, Vincent and Leah, you look at it, and that's very weird. You have no idea. You could tell it was some kind of... Well, Leah, you don't know what it was. You just think it might have been like a ghost. You think it was some weird supernatural thing. Vincent, you don't know fully what it was, but you kind of get a sense that it was some form of, like, magic or, like, illusion, maybe. Fiddler, you know that that is and was an illusion made by someone or something that they would have had to have been a very, very strong, like, very strong, powerful, like, spellcaster to be able to do something so lifelike, kind of like, yeah.
This illusion was definitely must have been conjured up by someone with a lot of power.
What's
Actually, with
Kubo,
that roll
any
as
or
well,
other.
Kiba, you probably noticed, but with Fiddler's roll as well, you can kind of tell as well with that number you got that it was kind of targeted not specifically at you, but you have a feeling it was meant for your group.
This was definitely targeted at us, guys. That's no doubt about it.
Vincent is going to speak up then and say, well, it seems like we are being watched.
Would it be helpful if I use detect magic at all, or is that like kind of like?
You can do. I think you can ritual cast it as well, but it would cost. It would take you 10 minutes to ritual cast it. Ritual casting is that you can use a spell. It would take an extra 10 minutes, but it wouldn't use up a spell slot.
With how rapidly it was decaying, it might not be a good idea to wait that 10 minutes.
That's
there's
true.
Not much left to detect by then.
I guess I'll just detect it, I suppose.
What are you doing, sorry?
Can I just detect it? Like I know it'll take like a spell slot or like whatever, but that's okay.
Yeah, you can cast it if you want.
Okay, well let's try it.
Okay.
Oh.
Just double checking. Nope. Okay, yeah. So you cast detect magic. You kind of try and get a sense of everything around you, but you detect no magical presence around you.
I guess that's a plus side.
I think we'd best move on, guys. I don't want to be around my decaying corpse much longer.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
was that,
Onwards and upwards.
What did Gibo say?
I said, why not?
I'm pretty sure the smell of your piss this morning was already enough stench to deal with for one
That's
day.
a fair point. Goblin piss does not smell the best.
Okay, hang on. Is this dice and this dice? We already did that one. All right. Yep. Can you give me? Wait, Vincent, you're up front, aren't you?
Yes.
Can you give me a dexterity save?
Don't like that.
All right. Unfortunately, as you're traversing through this like very dirt-ridden path, it's very hard to see what's in front of you. Kind of overgrown grass a bit. It's because you're going off the trail a bit more. You take a step forward, and you all hear like a really loud metal, and Vincent, a very, very sharp pain digs into your foot or your leg, and you step into a bear trap.
Of course I did.
I need you to take. I think it. Yes. Okay. Oh jeez. Yeah. Take 6 damage.
That is quite rough.
Safe to say, Vincent is the unluckiest character in this campaign so far.
Yeah.
Right?
Vincent's
Damn.
really good with inanimate objects. I've noticed.
Vincent lets out a painful like slight scream, and like looks down, and sees the bear trap, and he says, "Why is it always me?" And then asks my group, "Can someone give me a hand with this?"
Leah
Killer
steps
tries
up
to
and she takes the bear trap and she rips it apart.
Holy shit.
strength check with your-
Okay, well I will need you to give me a strength check.
I think I'm like the strongest, like,
You are. You're
Out
the
of rank?
strongest
I
one
think
in
so,
the
like-
group.
that's what I'm so,
Yeah, your head.
Oh, where is it? Where is it?
Just a quick side note, you are the strongest in the group, but you're still pretty weak.
Yeah, you're
compared
a
to-
ranger.
Yeah.
You're not strong, but you're the strongest one in the group.
Yeah, so it's not that, great, but, it's fun. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry, I tried. I really tried.
As you,
Wait.
as you try.
Shouldn't that be a athletics check?
No, it's
No,
this is
because
strength, right?
she's trying to
she's
pry
trying
it
to
open.
rip it apart.
Yeah, she's trying to
Okay.
pry it open.
Did not succeed.
No, you just kind of like nudge it a bit, but it's really, really strong grip, and she lets go, and then it just sinks back in a bit deeper, and you take an extra point of damage.
I'm so sorry, Vincent.
Don't worry, I got it. I'll rip it on that.
Are you going for it now, Gibo? Roll strength.
No.
Okay.
So, to realistically disarm this thing, what's the best roll? Just normally disarming a bear trap after a prey is caught.
You could do one of two things. You could try and pull it apart, which takes up quite a bit of strength.
I've noticed.
Yeah. Or if you really wanted to, you could try and take it apart, which I think I'd have a what would I give for that? I think maybe a dexterity check. Yeah. Okay. With that, you try and get some like tools and like try and pick it apart. Unfortunately though, with your tool it just kind of like dents a bit and is now kind of unusable.
Tool is gone.
It's not gone, but it's like, well, you can straighten it out, but you need to get someone to fix that for you.
Okay.
Can
If-
I try and
This is more complicated than I figured.
push in the
Poor
spring
Vince.
so that it opens up?
Sorry?
Can I try to push in the spring mechanism that forced it closed to try and open it up?
Yeah, you can do that if so you like press on the spring and then you try and open it up. Roll strength but with advantage then. There you go. Yep. With that, you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know, right? Just seeing everything else, everything happening. Fiddle's like step aside, puts his finger on the spring, and just kind of effortlessly moves the trap and just kind of puts it back, like resetting it a bit. Vincent, your foot's now free.
Vincent.
No, you go ahead. Just say what you want.
Vincent is going to take a minute and just kind of like sit down on the ground, like once he gets out of the bear trap, and he's going to like be rubbing his foot and say, "Why is it always me?" He's
Well, it's probably
going.
because you're always in front.
He's going to say to the group, "Perhaps we should check for more traps."
All right. Let me do something on that. Okay. Roll. If you're looking for traps as you make a way, roll perception.
Do we like all roll perception or just him?
Everyone that wants to look for traps.
Someone else should do it.
Oh yeah, considering what just happened.
Perception. Where the frig is it? There it is.
Yeah, as you walk along, Fiddler and Vincent, you genuinely cannot see anymore as you move along. But just as Vincent's about to step in, like 2 more traps, both Leah and Gibo manage to stop him. Just like, no, hang on, there's one there. Just kind of pointing him, like leading him along into directions.
Yeah, Gibo just puts a hand on his back. It's like, this is why it's always you.
It's the least I can do for like already causing more inflicted like pain, so it's all good.
Yeah, as you make it along, it takes like probably like an extra half an hour, like maybe an hour at most of everything that's just happened to get to the camp, but you have now made it.